Ever wonder who the real superheroes of the sea are? They're smaller than you think. Imagine an unseen world beneath the waves, teeming with microscopic organisms, each playing a pivotal role in the health of our oceans. These microorganisms, invisible yet indispensable, form the very base of marine food chains. From the smallest plankton to the largest whale, every marine creature depends on these tiny entities for survival. They're the unsung heroes, silently working to maintain the balance of life under the sea. But their role extends beyond just feeding the ocean's inhabitants. These microorganisms are the unsung oxygen producers, contributing to almost half of the world's oxygen, more than all the rainforests combined. They are the tireless workers in the nutrient cycles, breaking down waste and dead matter, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. Though invisible to the naked eye, they are the lifeblood of our oceans. Did you know the breath you're taking right now owes its existence to these microorganisms? Yes, we're talking about phytoplankton, the microscopic plants that dwell in our world's oceans. These tiny powerhouses of life are responsible for over half of the global oxygen production. Imagine this: every second breath you take, you owe it to these invisible guardians of the sea. They are working tirelessly day and night, converting sunlight into oxygen in a process known as photosynthesis. But their role doesn't stop at gifting us with oxygen. Phytoplankton also play a key part in the planet's carbon cycle, capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it deep within the ocean. This process is critical in regulating our climate, helping to keep the Earth's temperature in check. So, next time you take a breath, remember the tiny guardians of the sea. Their silent, unseen work is a life-sustaining gift we often take for granted. What if we told you the sea has its own waste management system? Yes, the oceanic ecosystem has its own unique way of cleaning up. And that's where our invisible guardians, the microorganisms, come into play. They are the nutrient recyclers of the sea. But what does that mean? Well, when plants and animals in the ocean die, they don't just disappear. Instead, they descend into the deep, where they become a feast for these microscopic recyclers. Through a process called decomposition, these microorganisms break down the dead matter into simpler forms. This helps to prevent the buildup of waste in the marine environment. But that's not all. Through this process, they also ensure that vital nutrients return to the ecosystem. These nutrients then go on to nourish other marine life, thus continuing the cycle of life in the ocean. In the grand scheme of the sea, these microorganisms are the unsung heroes, silently keeping the cycle of life turning.